So she was incredible. And then I had Miriam McCaleb, the baby duke in New Zealand, who talks about how the neuroscience developments and how we just need to hold our babies, and that makes everything so much better. It's all stuff a lot of us just know instinctively. We'll come on to that in the reading, but we don't always do. So, but then it's a whole range of women and one man who can offer something special. So Lane in the middle here is one of our speakers who talks about how to raise your children's self-esteem. We've got chapters in there about how to raise your confidence through how you speak, how you dress, how you feed your family, if you want to change career, if you want to set up your own business. So they're all different aspects. And really the book is about kind of celebrating and loving life as a woman and as a mother. I like my book. And I love what I do. So I'm going to carry on now with the reading. Okay, so what we learn from the she-wolf. I've always been a nature girl. I love being outside. I love being in the woods. I love animals. I love fresh air. And when I'm running, I prefer trails to pavements. And when I used to race on my bike, I preferred the muddy cycle across the tarmac. However, for many years, I was also the epitome of the career girl. High-level job in a professional services firm, swiftly being promoted through the ranks. I worked hard and I played hard. I enjoyed wearing a smart suit to work. I enjoyed being respected for my knowledge and my expertise. But to me, being relaxed and comfortable meant wearing jeans, sweatshirt and my boots. It hasn't changed much now. So when I first became a mother, it was nature that I turned to for inspiration. I love wolves, yes, truly I do. I wanted to be a mum, the way that a female wolf is a mum. The wolf pack has one dominant male, excuse me, and one dominant female. The alpha female is the one allowed to bear pups, and she truly looks after them and nurtures them. She doesn't need books to know what to do. She trusts in her instincts. The mummy wolf was the inspiration to me to be the mother that I am. A mother that is gentle with her babies or pups, yet fiercely protective. A mother for whom feeding is enjoyable and essential. Sleeping together makes perfect sense to keep my babies safe and warm. But more than anything, as a mother, when I'm troubled or unsure or feeling distressed or don't know what I'm supposed to do, I don't turn to a parenting book. No, I turn to my mummy wolf. What would she do? What would her mothering instincts tell her to do? What are my instincts telling me to do? The problem with our society, the society that we live in today, is that too many of us can no longer hear our instincts telling us what to do. We do all know instinctively how to be the confident mother. We all know that when your baby cries, you pick her up and you cuddle her, or you put her to the breast, or you rock her, or you shh to her. We all know that instinctively. Honestly, we do. It's just that in our society, our instincts have been smothered, covered in a thick fog, a blanket of don't spoil your baby, don't make a rod for your own back, or children should be seen, not heard, or babies need to cry to exercise their lungs. Seriously. We've practiced this a lot. Seriously, do you think there is any other creature in the world that needs to exercise its lungs in order to survive? It's all those shoulds, all those rules, all that misinformation, misknowledge, misexpertise. And have you seen how many parenting books you can buy on Amazon? 89,210 when I last looked, and that was a few months ago. And those books aren't just written to make your life easy and to help you to tackle your parenting challenges. Those books are written to promote a particular author philosophy. And yes, I'm here to promote my philosophy too. If we just listened to our instincts and did what we felt was right, wouldn't that be more powerful, more effective, more natural? And back in the days of living in caves, don't you think the cave woman just knew how to look after her baby? Different mammal species have evolved different survival strategies. Our terrestrial species, such as rabbits, mice and cats, and I have to add in rats, give birth to many offspring in a litter. The litters are hidden in a safe nest or den. Their babies are helpless at birth, often blind and hairless, and unable to cling to their mother. They do not need to feed often, as their mothers provide high-fat milk, which takes a long time to digest. Precocial species, such as deers, cows and horses, give birth to just one or two babies, which are well developed at birth. They can usually see well, they're able to walk shortly after being born, and therefore they're physically able to stay close to their mother. So this means that they can feed frequently. Their milk is relatively low in fat but high in calories, designed to suit this lifestyle. And then we have the primate species, such as gorillas and orangutans. Their young are well developed at birth, and they can cling on to and travel with their mother and feed frequently on low-fat, high-calorie milk. So what about humans? Where does our survival strategy fit? In some ways we fit with the proposal pattern because we give birth typically to 1 or 2 young at a time. Our babies have some well-developed senses at birth, so hearing and touch. Our milk is high in calories and low in fat, and therefore our babies need to feed frequently. What is different though is that our babies do not have the ability to cling on, and they cannot walk to stay close to us. They are totally dependent on someone to keep them close, provide warmth and protection, and give them frequent access to milk. Human babies could not survive without the constant presence of a caregiver. They are designed to be close to their mum both day and night. Dame Sarah Story's interview emphasises this aspect of being a mum. In the last 20 years, neuroscience knowledge has increased significantly, and today we know that for optimal brain development, we need to hold our babies close. Attachment in the early days, months and years is essential for our emotional well-being and resilience as adults. Babies need consistency and repetition. And when we listen to our instincts, this is what mothers naturally do. And that is partly the reason I've written this book, to bring us back to our instincts, to natural parenting, but also so that you know that you don't need to be the perfect parent all of the time. That a baby's needs are pretty simple, it's not complicated, and if you can reflect on one woman and that she would be in a similar situation, you can be sure you'll be doing a good enough job.
When we were talking about the reading, I suggested that chapter partly because I think it just shows you so clearly that blend of knowledge. There's real scientific study in here, there's real expertise and passion. And just that sense of please, let's make this world a better place for all the babies and the mums. And I think that made this book such a delight to work on. So I'm going to reciprocate the thanks. I learned a huge amount from this book, and I kept thinking, really wish I'd read this book before. I was one of those who had every manual going, and my husband banned me from reading them at some point because I was getting so tied up in it. So we thought it'd be really interesting. I'm going to kick it off, but I'd really love it if anybody has any questions that they'd like to ask on what is this whole thing about the confident mother? Okay, you just had it explained to you, I get that. But we did a Twitter chat 2 nights ago, which was fantastic and really brought out a lot of stuff. So I'm going to just bring up a couple of questions we had there. And the most obvious one, the elephant in the room to start with, is why we need a book like this at all. Why are we not just instinctively confident mothers? Why are we not our own she-wolves? What is it about our society, do you think, that's robbed us of that confidence that should be our birthright as mothers?
Gosh, if I could remember what I said on Tuesday night. I mean, from my perspective, I think there is we talked about on Tuesday, there's so much conflicting advice and information. I think a lot of the parenting books that you can buy today, and I know my book is promoting a philosophy. My philosophy is just be you and just have confidence in yourself and trust your instincts. And if you do that, you can't really go too far wrong. But I think there's so much overwhelm, there's so much information. We live in a society where we are bombarded with information. And if we were all allowed to just be, we could trust our instincts, but we just can't hear those instincts anymore. And they're just smothered in so much chatter, on social media, on Facebook, on Twitter, on so many. I mean, 89,210 books was just ridiculous. I was actually quite shocked by the number. And I think for me, that's why we don't just know instinctively, because our instincts are just smothered. So, I mean, I'd love to hear what other people think about it, because I know lots of you in the room are
I think, if I think back to the relationship that my mum had with the midwife, that when she had my youngest brother, so I was 15 at the time, and the knowledge and the wisdom that she imparted into my mum, that you just don't get from healthcare professionals anymore. They're so busy protecting their position and just giving you facts which you can really find for yourself. I don't teach you anything.
So this is something that I identified on Tuesday night actually. Is there a way of giving advice that builds up the mother rather than drowning her and making her feel more guilty about things? And I'd be really interested to hear what people think, because I think I find myself wanting to do it, to offer advice, and I think they haven't asked, should I? And people just feel that they have a right, I think, to give you advice even when you haven't asked for it. And yet, on the other hand, we're desperate for it. We're desperate to know. Does anybody have sort of...
Yeah, well, we're in the business of delivering parenting skills, so we are giving advice to people who ask for it.
Yes.
But there's two things I want to say. One is that I wondered how instinctive parenting really is. I know we hope to go by instinct, but in my experience, parenting is a deeply ingrained state based on your own experiences. And if you're lucky enough to have had a good upbringing, yes, you will parent based on your experience, but if your experiences haven't been like that, there is no instinct about it. You will replicate often the way you've been parented, or make a conscious decision to do something different. So I actually think parenting is a deeply ingrained state, but what I do encourage all our parents to come to us is to say that you are the expert in your kids.
Yes.
You may not be the expert in what to do in certain situations, but you're the expert in your child. So you know their temperament, or you're trying to know their temperament. It can take years to truly understand temperament. But you know, you will be doing a lot that's good. And in terms of parenting advice, it's about picking up some of the other jigsaw pieces to complete the picture. But it doesn't mean to say that you're not doing a good enough job already.
Absolutely. And
Does
I
that
think
make some sense?
what you're saying, Elaine, is because in our society now, we don't live in those, we used to have that tribal mothering concept, I guess, where we lived with our mum, our aunts, our sisters. So we saw other babies coming into the world and saw other babies being held, and there were other mums or sisters or aunts or close carers for that baby who could hold the baby if mum needed to go to the loo or have a drink or eat something. Whereas nowadays we're living in such smaller pieces of community that we don't have that, there's not that tribal mothering anymore. And I think that's where we're not, and I think you're right, it's not all instinct, it's got to be about you learn from your parents. And this is my big driver for me, with the business I run, is I want all children to have happy memories of family life. And for me to do that, I want to reach out to the mothers and the women, for them to learn how to feel confident in themselves as a woman and as a mother, and then be able to then be, I don't like to use the word better mums, but happier mums, but to have, so that they can enjoy the time they have with their children. And I think because we don't, because we're so, my mum lives 300 miles away, and my sister lives, one of them lives, I don't know, 60 miles away, the other one lives 40 miles away. We just don't live in those small tribes anymore, and I think that's, for a lot of us, damage isn't quite the right word I'm looking for, but it affects the way that we mother, because we haven't got that role. Yes.
I think it's very easy to lose confidence when the extended family unit isn't there.
Yes.
When families live so far away, we've lost those role models, and in order to be confident mother, we look to other people. It can be then that we follow like sheep.
Yes.
And just because everyone else is doing X, Y, and Z doesn't mean it's right for your child. So it's about having that confidence that you're the expert in your child, you know what's right for them. And I'm talking about academic pressure, for example.
Yes.
A lot of our clients worry about, I had a parent with a 6-year-old on the phone saying that they were given 45 minutes of homework. She's age 6. It's no surprise that her love of learning is absolutely going because there's so much pressure, but she's following what other women are doing or what other parents are doing. So,
and it can be hard to stick your head up
Oh, it's so hard.
and say, actually, I
you need
don't
to be
agree with
confident
this.
enough to make a decision that says
Yeah.
this is nonsense.
Yeah.
I'm going to stop it and do what's right for my child. And that takes courage. And I think your book really helps people think for themselves and act for themselves.
Yeah, I think that sense of giving a range of ideas, advice, and allowing you as a confident mother to say, yes, that would work for my child, or yes, this feels right to me. And I think that's part of what you're saying in the book, is about the confidence, isn't it? It's like, there's so many different ways of doing it. necessarily right or wrong, but be confident in your ability to discern what's right for your child.
Yeah, because you've got to do what's right for you, and just because, you know, most of you know I'm breastfeeding counsellor, so just because I feel quite strongly about breastfeeding, actually for me, it's about supporting the mother as opposed to breastfeeding itself. But just because I support breastfeeding, it doesn't mean to say, you know, if you decide to formula feed or to mix feed, that's okay. But it's about doing what's right for you so that you are happy and confident in your decisions. I think it's making sure you've got that information so that you can make an informed decision.
And actually that was something that came out on Tuesday night as well, wasn't it? That as confident mothers, one of the best services that we can do for other mothers is to hold that space without judgment for them.
Yeah.
And if they actually find themselves by any give advice, but not to force it upon them and not to look down on them or judge them, which can actually be a real sign, of course, of lack of confidence yourself. If you're not confident in your own parenting, you're much more likely to want to criticise other people. So it's a sort of virtuous circle, you know, you can impart confidence, and the more confident you are, the more likely the mothers that you meet are likely to engage with that confidence.
Absolutely.
Any other thoughts or questions for Sherry?
I think one of the things, I got married quite late, and I hadn't realised just the power of marketing people in your life. And when I had to organise my wedding, I just felt absolutely deluged. And then a couple of years later, I had a baby, and suddenly all these uninvited people, the marketing people, are coming into your life and actually making you feel quite inadequate. And you go to the early learning centre and you pick up a box, and it's for your child's gross motor skills and fine motor skills and this, that and the other, and you think you're buying a toy. But no, it's a whole learning experience, and that, in addition to all of these people selling their parenting philosophies, I think does actually make you lack belief in yourself and lack confidence in yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. And I have to say, in some ways I have a slight advantage because I was always a rebel and I never wanted to do what everybody else did. So when everyone says to me, you have to do this, you have to do that, I thought, stop that, I'm not doing that. Because even if it was the right thing to do, I would kind of like, I'm not doing that. You know, my husband knows that the best way to get me to not do something is to tell me I've got to do it, because then I say, no way am I going to do that. And I remember when we went to France for the first time with Laura, we were about 3 months old at the time, and we stayed in a tiny little, I'll call it a chalet, I'll be polite, call it a chalet, kind of like a garden shed. It was tiny, we didn't have a cot, we didn't have a travel cot, we tried to buy one actually in advance, but they'd run out, and I had a backdown thing, you run out of travel cots at peak holiday season, you know, what's your ordering system like, where's your stock control? That was the consultant coming out, we wanted to fix their systems. And then everyone else said to me, well, what are you going to do? And I said, well, they'll have a chest of drawers, I'll put a blanket in the chest of drawers and that will be okay. We've got a suitcase, I mean obviously I'm not going to zip it up. So Michael, 3 months baby, spent some of her holiday with us, some of it obviously in the bed with me, but some of it in the bottom drawer. Sorry, Laura. But I have to say, but while we're in France, just so you don't think I'm such an awful mother, actually I don't really care. Actually I don't really care what you think. But while we're in France, we bought a travel cot from the local supermarket, and it was like the cheapest one we've ever bought, and the best one. So in some ways I was able to withstand some of that pressure because I'm the sort of person who thinks, if you're telling me to do it like that, I'm definitely not doing it like that.
We forget, don't we, that advertisers are there to create a need so that they can make money off the back of it, and it is kind of to our shame as a society that we've allowed motherhood to become.
I think because you're very vulnerable, aren't you?
Yes.
You've just had a baby.
Yeah.
You'll spend
And as you say, the isolation from...
Because for a lot of us in our, you know, we talked about our society being so much more, you know, for lots of us who live in this area, often we work in London, so all your friends will commute into London as well, and they might be living in Essex or, you know, living in Surrey or wherever, and so you come home, and actually when you have a baby, certainly for me, I actually don't know anybody that lives in the street even. I know my next door neighbour to say hello, and that's it. And I think, you know, we are so isolated when we have children.
And we don't see the process because we're so isolated, and therefore we don't trust the process. So we think that actually a baby won't develop gross motor skills unless we buy this thing from early learning.
Yeah.
Because
Because the experts told us.
But actually the process is given to us. There's nothing we have to do. We just have to love them and feed them and
Hold them.
stop them wandering on the street.
Yeah.
I'm very aware of time, but is there anything else anybody would like to ask or comment on?
I would just like to say, I think it starts when you're pregnant.
Yes.
That being confident and being told what you can and what you can't do, and you lose your confidence sometimes in birth, and that sets you up for 3 days or another.
Yeah, and absolutely. Because often we feel like our body's been taken over by, not by the baby, but by health professionals telling you need to do this, you need to do that, and you shouldn't do this, and you shouldn't do that, and you get labelled as, I was labelled as the VBAC mum, or the home birth mum, or you'll get labelled as the gestational diabetes mum, or the, whatever. You get labelled and you lose your identity, and you lose confidence when you're, I know now I had quite severe antenatal depression. Really surprising because I'd had stuff going on. But so if you've had that, if you've lost that confidence during pregnancy and then during birth, then often you feel completely disempowered because someone else is telling you push now, or you're only 8 centimetres dilated, that kind of.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I am pushing. I'm
trying really hard.
Yeah, I think you're right, Michelle.
I think if you've had an empowering birth, you kind of feel confident as a mother.
Yes, I think that's
From the start.
Yeah, and I do definitely see that now making birth and stuff at the Oasis. Some of the mums who've given birth there come out feeling so powerful and like, I've just given birth, now I can do anything now. I mean,
it's the birth marathon comparison all over again, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's how you cross the finish
Yes.
line. And also when you're pregnant, you become public property. Possibly the first time you're pregnant.
Yeah.
Total strangers come to perfectly right to marry on your family.
yes.
Amazing.
Yes, it's just quite extraordinary, isn't it? But I think there must be something, I like to think there's something kind of positive about that. Take me out. Because for people to want to touch a pregnant woman, surely that's something about our tribal community thing, that they feel the need to be involved in a birth or bringing of a new baby into the community. I've not done any there must be something in the evidence and the anthropological something like that. Because otherwise, why would people feel the need to stroke your tummy when you're pregnant? There must be something.
And give you unsolicited advice.
Yeah.
I just love doing it because I have older sisters, and my first niece was born when I was 12 years old, and I have, I think, 9 or 10 nieces left, and I'll stop counting at some point. And I just love it even now today, just like stroking a tummy, because I'm hoping to get a kick, just like feeling it. I can even just like stare at pregnant women, I'm like, just touch me, like any strangers.
And there must be something in, like, from an anthropology perspective.
I think we're hardwired to recognise just what an amazing thing motherhood is.
Yeah.
And that sounds like a good point.
Yes.
Which to end it. So I'd like you all to join me in just toasting Shirley. So congratulations and thank you for writing such an
Thank you all for coming tonight. And yeah, I
Please
seriously
come and
can't
get your
believe.
copies. Actually, we'll sign them for you.
I will sign them for you, yes. And we're doing a special offer tonight. So I normally, we're doing the same, but you know, we'll do it anyway. So they normally sell for $11.99, but tonight we're doing 2 copies for £10 because I want as many women as possible to see this book. So if you've already bought your copies, I will sign any books that you want. But the reason I'm doing it like that is because I want you to have a copy for yourself and to take home and read and nurture and love, and then I want you to gift a copy to a friend, or give it to a charity so that they can use it as a raffle prize, or to do something and gift it to somebody. So that's why I'm doing 2 for £10, because I feel that this is a really important story to be told.
And we agree.
Thank you. Thank you.